Well, the first thing we do is stop giving money to the Ohio Republican Party and to the National Party. If a party has left your values and does not support your values, you need to stop putting your money into that party. You need to find candidates that do support your values, and whether they're Republican or Democrat or independent, and put your money behind them, put your time behind them, put your effort behind them, and get that candidate elected. That's what we need to do as people. Yeah, I've been getting the mailers every day too, and I don't know why he sent them to me because I ain't vote for them. But you know, it's because they have a yes. They have a yes sir. He voted for the largest tax increase in Ohio because they wanted him to do that, and I think that they believe he'll go along with anything. And I think some of these other candidates sometimes go along with things because the Republican Party says that. We need people that are conservative and will stand on their own things, whether it's Republican issue or Democrat issue.
Absolutely, it's wrong, and the party shouldn't be doing that. But the answer, again, still comes down to you. You're voting on May 4th, and you can make a difference, but they're counting on you to fracture. You fracture 8 ways, we end up with more of the same. We've got a party puppet right now who votes with his party whenever they ask him to. When Zach Space voted for cap and trade on the floor of the House, Nancy Pelosi gave him $14,000. We can't afford to end up with the same thing. You can't afford the establishment candidate that you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And if you sit here today and you say, well, you know what, a number of those candidates share my values, and a number of those candidates publicly speak well, and you fracture between the other 7 candidates, you have handed it not only to the Ohio Republican Party, but you've most likely handed the seat back to Zach Space. You need the candidate who's going to represent you, who's going to work hard, who's going to organize the people, because there's only 3 resources in a campaign: time, money, and people. Who's working the hardest, who's talking to the people, who's putting the miles on their car, who's organizing the people in all 16 counties right now today to represent you.
Well, first of all, the candidate has the right to send that to you. It's a First Amendment right if they have the money to do it. But I understand what you're talking about. In fact, I understand very dearly, because I've received slate cards in the mail telling me who I should vote for. And the assumption is that the State Central Committee has supported those people. One of the slate cards, they supported 6 of the candidates. The 7th one was not supported by the State Central Committee. There were 3 national committeemen that so-called endorsed that candidate, and yet people are blindly taking those cards to the polls and voting for that particular person. I no longer send money to the National Republican Congressional Committee. I've seen how they work from the inside out. I felt it firsthand. They tried, just yesterday, they called my webmaster and tried to shut down our website. That's the kind of tricks that they're pulling in this race. They've done everything in their power to get me out of this race. And, you know, I'm a former captain of my wrestling team. And I'd like to think I'm a winner because I get up one more time than I get knocked down. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I think that we have to admit this is not something new. We're just paying attention. This is what's been going on. We've been allowing Washington, D.C. and Columbus to pick our candidates for us. And it's time that we, the people, take a good look at the field and make a decision what's best for the state of Ohio, District 18, and for the United States of America, rather than looking at what the leadership party, the party leadership, would dictate to us. If we do that, nothing is going to change. Boehner wants to be Speaker of the House so bad he's wetting himself. And I mean that literally. He wants it so bad. And if you think this is something that's just happening in District 18, you're wrong. This is happening all over the country. It's musical chairs. Everybody get up and move as fast as you can and see if you can get a better seat than what you had 2 years ago. And so we have to have enough sense and enough intelligence and enough moral integrity to stop and say, we are taking our country back. You don't want to fragment this? Vote for me.
I think Hombre will be great to take the seat after I serve my time.
if Dave gets elected, I've already told my wife, I will be sitting in front of the TV watching C-SPAN every day.
Don't start that time yet. Listen, folks, please understand this. Couple things. Number one, this isn't an act. I'm not putting on a comedy show. I'm not something that you go to the three-ring circus. I know everybody chuckles and laughs, ha ha ha. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I started last night a 16-night camping tour. I was in Chillicothe last night. Ended up in Jackson today. Have a pickup truck with a great big billboard. I don't know if we brought one with us tonight. That I'm going around. See, I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars to run phony commercials. I don't have it. Because why? I don't go out and ask people for the money because I'm not going to owe them something when the whole thing is over. We go down, we drive our truck, we hand out flowers, we shake hands, we look people eyeball to eyeball, let them feel the passion and the zeal, and they walk away and they say, you know what? He ain't as crazy as they said he was. I'm done already, Jake. You stole some of my time, man. Money is corrupting politics. Money is corrupting. I'm going to steal. Take it off my next one. Listen, I'm going to tell you, folks. For how many times have we said in America, we don't have any good candidates. We don't have any good candidates. Well, here's one, but I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Thanks, Coach.
Mark Baranakis. Did I get that right?
Pretty close.
Okay.
You got the Mark part right. When I came here tonight, I came here almost as this was an election. I didn't know any of you guys. And on my ballot there was 8 names. Now there's 6. That's how important this is. If you can't show up for me, my question is, a lot of you guys talked about control in Washington, and part of the control in Washington is about money. It's control, money. But also money controls. My big question is on lobbyists. When it comes to spending in Washington to buy your votes, what are you going to say? Because your answer tonight, you're going to be held accountable for it. Who's ever elected will know what you did. Will know how you voted and why. So your answer tonight, make sure you give the right one. Thanks.